everyone, my name is Dealova, and today I'm going to review the movie called Zootopia. This movie begins with a jungle, which painted into a children's way about the history of Zootopia. One day, Judy Hopps, a bunny rabbit from rural Bunny fulfilled her dream of joining the Zootopia Police Department, or CPD, as the first rabbit officer. However, she was regularly assigned parking duty by Chief Bogo. During one of her shifts, she was manipulated by Nick Wilde, a con artist fox. Judy unlawfully arrested Duke Whistleton at Little Olympia and was reprimanded by Bogo until Mrs. Otterton, an otter, arrived, pleading for help in locating her missing husband, one of the many recently missing predators. To Bogo's dismay, Judy volunteered, and the assignment was praised by Assistant Mayor Don Bellwether. However, Bogo got Judy to agree to resign if she could not solve the case within 48 hours. With Nick as a key witness to Mr. Otterton's disappearance, Judy located the fox and urged him to assist her with the investigation. When fear and discrimination against predators spread across Zootopia, a guilt-ridden Judy resigned, feeling that she made things worse. 2 to 3 months later, Judy had returned to Bunnyborough and rejoined the family business as a care farmer. However, she later learned from her parents and her childhood bully, the fox, Gideon Gray, that night owls were toxic flowers that had served psychotropic effect on mammals. Realizing that the flowers were what Otterton was referring to, and that they must be the cause of the outbreaks, Judy returned to Zootopia, where she reconciled with Nick. After the investigating, it turned out that the assistant mayor, Don Bellwether, was the mastermind behind the strange incident that made all the animals disappear and suddenly become wild. Later, Judy was reinstated in the CPD. An antidote was discovered for the affected of the night owlers, and all the infected predators were cured. Months later, about a year after Judy started her job at the CPD, Nick joined the CPD as the first fox officer and Judy's new partner. First of all, seeing the characters of Judy Hopps was very inspiring for kids because she has a spirit of never giving up so easily to secure her dreams and to prove to the other people that even though Judy is a small, weak, and cute rabbit, she could attest that she is the one of in a million when it comes to such a stereotypes. Judy became a brave rabbit and was fearless enough to save a day. The other message in this movie was that all animals should live peacefully, regardless of the species or anything like that. The same concept applied to human life, and it should not be differentiated. This movie is really loaded with important messages that small children and even teenagers, adults, and parents can absorb well. The movie theme of discrimination and social stereotypes were well delivered. The dynamic between Judy and Nick was also really good throughout the movie. The different kinds of animals shown in this movie as they lived just like human beings while still maintaining their characteristic made this movie quite interesting, unique and fun. The animation and visual were really great. So it wasn't surprising that this movie was produced by Walt Disney Animation Studios. The voice acting, characters, humor, action, and screenplay were excellent. But there were some parts of the story that children cannot really understand properly. Considering that this movie includes several elements of crime and several things such as politics and others. Parents must be able to wisely direct how the story can be understood by their children without having to use adult explanation. Some parts of the story could be slightly predictable, leaving you less surprised because you could predict what was going to happen next. I think this movie has a complex plot for a family movie. The kids might have a bit confusion throughout the movie. Overall, this movie was very entertaining, fun, humorous, exciting, and engaging to watch. I highly recommend it that you all watch this movie. This movie wasn't just for kids. Zootopia is mandatory for all categories of children, adolescents, and the elderly. The movie presents implicit messages ranging from sentiment to social to love to family. Considering that in the real world there is still racial discrimination and the tendency to underestimate abilities of others. Let us move away from nature of discrimination and work together to achieve common goals.